My God, I can see Jason. Can you guys see Jason? I don't know if you guys can see Jason or not. And Jason's video's on. Dude, just don't pick your nose or anything. Fix your hair. Got a little strand going on there. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Kapu Refresh, Kapu Challenge. Tracy, you're already asking a question. What's up with that? Yes. Tracy's like, yes, I can see him. Oh, Jason, people can see you. It's kind of scary. You got a great profile, though. Okay, let me turn on my video. Let's see if you guys can handle that. Oh, there we go. Look at me. I'm in vacation mode right now. I just got back from vacation, and whew, I am feeling good. I'm here in Kona. Things are absolutely beautiful here. It's been raining. Everything is green. The grass out there, I'm looking out the window. Everything just looks fantastic. How are you guys doing tonight? Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here. We've got a bunch of people on the webinar. And what I want to do is I want to jump right in because I want to save some time for Q&A. I want to save some time for any questions that you guys have about what we're doing. And I'm really excited that you guys are a part of this. I want to talk about what we're doing, how this fits with everything else that we're doing in our model, in our sales funnel. You guys are all coaches. Everyone that's on here, I can see you guys are all coaches, people that are out there helping other individuals. This is going to give you an experience of what you're going to be inviting people to. So as Greg and I have explained before, we're building our model. We got the model built now, and we're really clear on what it's going to take to get people from not even knowing what the heck Beachbody is all the way through to being one of your coaches. And you'll find your superstar in the future. You're going to find your two-star diamond that's going to help you actualize your goals, actualize your dreams. So pretty amazing what we're doing, and very proud of you guys for getting in as early as you did. Very proud of you for sticking with it and powering through this. So I'm a little bit mellow, just came off vacation. I think this is the first thing that I've done. I've done a couple of coaching calls. Did a couple of coaching calls after my vacation, but I'm in nice, like, mellow, relaxed mood. Just came back from Italy. I worked out when I was there. I did a couple of videos for you guys. Greg asked me to throw up a video, and it was really trippy. I took a step back and I thought about it, and I remember going on vacations when I was younger and not working out at all, because that wasn't the norm. So you guys know from NLP, you guys know from what I've taught you in your classes, that you can let go of baggage, you can let go of the negative stuff from the past. We can release that. We can get rid of old habits and old unwanted patterns. To establish a new habit, to establish a new pattern, you have to begin to do something. It's called taking action. You can set a goal. I had a goal of working out. First time that I worked out with P90X, man, it kicked my ass. I had this goal. I want to work out 5 times. I think I ended up working out 2 or 3 times that week. It took a while. The weird thing was, in the beginning, it wasn't the norm. In the beginning of working out, it wasn't the habit. It wasn't the normal thing that I did. It was out of the ordinary. So doing it seemed odd. I don't want to call it a struggle, but I really had to focus. I really had to focus in and think about, I need to make sure that I am clear on making this a habit. About a year goes by, and now I'm working out at trainings, and I'm really beginning to feel that this routine, this habit, has been installed. So I'm on vacation this year. Now, I've been doing P90X now since 2008. Yeah, it would have been the end of 2008 or 2009. I can't remember, but a good 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. It's like 3 or 4 days into the vacation, and I wake up and I'm like, yeah, it was 3 days in. I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go work out, because I hadn't worked out. And you would think, on vacation, just sleep in. Why would you want to do that? Oh man, I gave my daughter a big fat kiss and I said, I'm going to the gym. See you later. And I did chest and back, and I blasted it, and I felt so good. I felt so good. I had a whole bunch of things to do in California. I just got back here yesterday, landed, ate dinner, went to sleep, slept in, woke up this morning, had to work out. Got to get my workouts in, because it's the habit now. I didn't build this body overnight. I think Tony Horton in P90X says Rome was not built in a day, neither was your body. It takes time. So you guys got to be patient with yourself. What we're talking about today is the Kapu Challenge. And it's not a habit. The Kapu Challenge is not a habit. It's not a thing that you're going to be doing on a consistent basis. Some of you might, but it's not something that I do on a consistent basis. I don't schedule these things. What I do is I do it when I think that I need to do it. So I want to share with you not just what we're doing from a Kapu Challenge, not just what we're doing from the challenge process of it. I want to explain to you what we're doing from a sales funnel perspective and how this fits into the entire model that we're building for you guys. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start my slides. As you guys always know, I'm going to keep my phone right over here, and the reason being is if Greg or Adrian need to text me and let me know something's going on, then they'll be able to do that. So it's kind of off in my peripheral there. I'll check it out every once in a while. Now let's do a little bit of housekeeping, first of all. Make sure that you're hooked up with us on Facebook. You got to go to NLP HUNA Empowerment with Dr. Matt James. That's TEP Fit Network. That's our team page. TEP Fit Network Academy. That's where Greg is building out the academy aspect of it, teaching you guys everything you need to know. And then Kapu Challenge. Obviously, you're in the Kapu Challenge. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here on the webinar. So I think you got that one handled. So let's jump right in. Let's talk about Kapu Challenge. I want to talk about a few things in this webinar. So the big picture, what we're going through in the webinar, what we're covering tonight, is the importance of the Kapu Challenge. What is a Kapu Challenge all about? Why would you want to do Kapu? I'm going to talk about Kapu. I'm going to talk about it from a Hawaiian perspective. I'm going to talk about it from my own personal experience, different variations on it. I'm going to talk then about our experience with Beachbody's 3-day refresh, because Greg, Patrick, and I, we did the 3-day refresh. I think this was at the end of last year. We did the 3-day refresh, and I'm going to share with you my experience with that. I'm going to tell you the ups and the downs of it. I'll talk to you about the second time that I did it. It was a challenge for me. I'll explain why. I'm going to talk about how to go about getting started. How do you get started? So first of all, let me define what Kapu is. The word Kapu, it's a Hawaiian word, and it means forbidden. That's not the most accurate way to say it. Now, before any of you go, I don't know about talking to people about Kapu, that's a Hawaiian word. I know that I'm looking at the list here. Not all of you have done HUNA. Those of you that have done HUNA, you're going to love saying Kapu. Greg and I aren't vested in the word Kapu. We're vested in the model, this 9-day approach to helping you do a refresh. It's the very beginning part of our sales funnel. We're not just going to have the Kapu refresh. There's already someone who wants to do an Ayurvedic approach to it. There's someone who wants to do just a straight up, it's a 9-day refresh, put more English words on it. In other words, this model can be used and different words can be put in or different themes can be put in. So we're not building the model based on, pardon me, one idea or one concept like the word Kapu. We're building it around the entire sales funnel and giving you guys the opportunity to utilize this material to help out so that you are able to get started, get rolling, and do this. And there's very easy ways to take out certain pieces of it, like the word Kapu, and put other stuff in. We went with Kapu Challenge because it's something that I do on a regular basis. Regular basis meaning twice a year. I do a big time Kapu. The word Kapu means forbidden. It's like you're restraining, you're refraining from certain things. So let me give you a little bit of history on Kapu. Let me give you a little bit of history on the approach. I think I have a slide for this later on. But anyway, I'm going to jump right in right now and define what Kapu is. The word Kapu came from here, came from the Hawaiian Islands, and it dealt with this idea of restraining from doing certain things. The system that was in place when the first Westerners got here was called the Kapu system. It was called the Kapu system because it prevented people from doing certain things. Some of them were acts. Hang on just a second. I haven't done any presentations for a while, so I just wanted to make sure that I muted that as I cleared my throat. Anyway, harming people. Most of you have a self-imposed Kapu that you're not going to hit someone. But some of you refrain from things. So for example, if you know that you're going to be doing a hardcore workout, you will do certain things, go to bed early, refrain from staying up late. That's a self-imposed kapu. The word kapu means that you are stopping certain things and doing other things. So in other words, it's basically this concept or idea that you're holding yourself accountable for something, that you're holding yourself accountable for not doing certain things and focusing in on other areas. And that's what total health is about. So as I'm going to jump a little bit more into Kapu and what we're doing with the challenge in just a moment, I want to remind you guys, our approach with our team is total health. So some people run just a 3-day challenge. They do 1 day of prep, they do the 3 days. We're doing 9 days here. And the reason why is that we really want to focus in on all 4 aspects of health. The 4 aspects of health are spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. It was really cool. Before I came back here to Kona, I got to go watch a lecture with Deepak Chopra. I got to go do a quick lecture with Deepak Chopra, and he got up on stage. And first time I've ever seen him live. Amazing individual. Been in this field forever. And I say this very humbly, I felt very validated because he got up and he said all the same things that I'm teaching you guys that I've been saying for years. And he got up and he said, health is not just physical health. If you think physical health is the only thing, you're completely missing the boat on this. He talked about emotional health. And he's one of the founding members of psychoneuroimmunology, which is the branch in psychology that validated the mind-body connection. He's like, emotions affect the physical body. You have to be doing something for emotional health. Mental health and well-being. I mean, come on, you guys have done NLP with me. You guys know about mindset and how to focus in with your mind. Spiritual health. He talked about meditation. The studies and research that are out there on meditation, that 30 minutes of meditation every day, Boston Mass General Hospital in Massachusetts did a study on just the simplest form of meditation, and they were able to show the amygdala increased in size, the difference in the physical body. We're beyond the point of arguing over whether or not there's a mind-body connection. How do you tap into that? How do you utilize that? So our approach is 4 aspects. Beachbody is amazing. They're awesome, and I will always say it. I love them. I will not do any other workout. I left Beachbody for a little while, came right back. Beachbody transformed my physical health and well-being. And where they come up short is emotional, mental, and spiritual. The number 1 reason why people fail at doing a workout is right in between here. In between your 2 ears is the one thing that causes people to fail at doing a workout, a health and fitness program, sticking to something. That's what I'm an expert on. I get the spiritual, mental, emotional side of it. I align with Beachbody because no one gets the physical better than they do, in my humble opinion. So why the Kapu Challenge? This is going to be different now. We're recording it for you guys. The live version that we do when you're inviting people in here, I'm not going to be talking about our sales funnel. I'm not going to be talking about how everything fits with everything else. I'm going to be jumping right into Kapu. I'm going to be explaining this whole process. One of the biggest parts is for you guys as coaches, this is a low entry point, meaning that people are just buying the 3-day refresh. I know some Beachbody coaches that even consider giving away the 3-day refresh to some people. I got a stockpile of those fuckers. It's in my cabinet over there. I'm going to give some of those away. I mean, if I met someone and I'm like, dude, you really need this, here, pop, put the 3-day refresh in their hand, join this group. There's not going to be as much commitment because they haven't paid. But at the same time, there's a lot of different approaches that you can take with this. We made this a part of our sales funnel because it's a low entry point. The cost of the 3-day refresh is not as much as a full program or the Beachbody On Demand. That's $140. So the 3-day refresh is a low entry point, helps people to get a taste of it, and we help you guys map out the entire approach. But so let's back up for a second. Why are we doing this? First of all, it's like a reboot for the body. Oh my God, I'm talking to you guys from a brand new computer. From a brand new computer. My daughter, I love her so much. And we were in Italy. She was watching. There was a girl that lives there in Penna. She came over to our house, hanging out, and they were finishing watching Guardians of the Galaxy. And I went outside because it was the last time I was going to see the sunset. We were going to head to Rome. I had like, 4 or 5 days to make it back to the U.S. and just a nice slow process getting back. And all of a sudden I hear from the house, Matt. And I went, oh, fuck, I can hear the tone. So I quietly walked over. And as Skylar was shifting, she knocked over a glass of water onto my computer and completely nuked my computer. Absolutely incredible. I lived without a computer for the past 3 weeks. I just got this computer up and running. And I've had to do a whole bunch of things, reinstall stuff. I've had to do, updating the software. And when you update the software, when you're updating things, it says sometimes a restart is necessary. Sometimes you need to do a reboot. That's what the 3-day refresh is. It's like doing a reboot. It's rebooting your body. It's helping you redo and reset and kind of like kick out a whole bunch of toxins. It detoxifies. Is it detoxifies? That sounds right. Anyway, I'm not speaking English. I've been in Italy for 3 weeks. Italiano works a lot better. It helps get rid of all of the toxins. How about we just say that? It cleans you out. It nurtures the body. It helps you to not just do a physical reboot, but an emotional, mental, and spiritual reboot, because it teaches you what you're connected with. Oh my God. I do this before every huna. And I want to tell you, I'm not going to tell you about how much weight I lost. I'll get to that in a moment. The first time I did this, I'm going to admit, man, it messed with my mind a little bit because I eat, and I eat a lot. I work out a lot, and so I'm used to eating. I remember at one point, my daughter's sitting at the kitchen table, and she's talking to me. And I'm watching her mouth move, and I'm hearing sounds, and she gets done, and I said, I have no idea what you just said to me, Skylar. You need to say it again. And she looked at me and she said, Daddy, I never want you to do this 3-day refresh ever again. And I'm just like, okay, don't talk to me now. And I walked into the TV area and I just sat down and stared. The TV was off. I just stared. I was like, I'll admit, the first time I did the 3-day refresh, it messed with me a little bit. It really did. I had never done a cleanse before. 0 cleanses. I had never done a fast. I had never done a cleanse. Never thought I needed to. Now, I don't do the 3-day refresh before huna. I do Kapu before huna. So let's talk about Kapu and why we called it the Kapu Challenge. We called it the Kapu Challenge because it really deals with holding back on doing certain things. So at huna, we do a lot of energy work. And one day we were about to do some energy work, and a couple of my advanced students walked into the classroom with sunglasses on. I said, okay, you guys can take the glasses off. And they're like, oh, no, man, we're hanging right now. And I went, you guys went out and fucking drank? We're about to do some energy work. That's not cool. I said, energy work, you can't be drunk or hungover when doing this type of stuff. I said, that's it. You can no longer do any alcohol the night before an energy session, period. That's just it. Okay, they were like, all right. I started doing a cleanse before huna. I began to notice that certain foods, food is energy. I posted that video. You guys should watch the video. Food is just energy. I noticed that certain energies altered my physical body. So I refrained from certain foods. Then I went to the Merry Monarch Hula Festival. I went there and performed. I'm a drummer in a halau. And 3 months before going, our teacher, our kumu, put the entire school, halau, that was going there to perform on Kapu. No red meat because it grounds you. No bottom feeders because they eat shit and you don't want that energy in you. No top feeders because they're aggressive. No alcohol. No, I mean, you name it. We cut all this out for 3 months. I felt so good, and I shared the story with my students at huna. And they said, we should start doing that. And I said, okay. So a month before huna, every March and September, a month before, I put down, here's the Hawaiian kapu. Here are certain things you cut out. Here are the things that you can eat. And we're doing this a month before. And we set it as an intention, a goal, put that out there, and that's our focus. The reason why Greg and I chose the word Kapu for this challenge is because it kicks it up a notch. It requires you to give up a lot of eating. You're just drinking shakes and a snack every once in a while and a salad. And that's it. So it gives you an opportunity to cleanse out, to refresh the body, to reset it, like rebooting your computer, to help put it back into a state of health and well-being. The reason why I did it is I love the Beachbody 3-day refresh. It's low in sugar, high in protein. I'm a big fan of that. It is a detox, it cleanses, and it maintains your metabolism. The crazy part about it is, too, you actually get to eat something. It's not like you're fasting. It's not like you're, going without food. Or, God, I know Greg, and I know Greg loves these. Greg does juice cleanses. And, wow, I really don't know if I could ever get myself to a point of doing that. I would much rather do the 3-day refresh because I was still putting a shake together. I was nuts. It says not to work out during the 3-day refresh. I did. I worked out during my 3-day refresh, and my results were pretty dramatic the very first time. Second time through, not as dramatic, but equally as powerful. And so why do a Beachbody refresh? The main thing is that it helps you to not just reboot your body, but it maintains your nutrition. It maintains your focus on health and well-being, and it helps you with your metabolism. The three of us, Greg, Patrick, and I, Greg lost 8 pounds. Patrick lost 9. I lost 10. I lost 10 pounds in 3 days. Greg's got the picture somewhere. It's in the it's on the old Facebook page. I got them somewhere. I can post it. It was insane. I dropped 10 pounds in 3 days. There is a thing in there called fiber. What is it? Fiber cleanse? Fiber something or other. Holy shit, literally. I think that maybe I had some things in me that I needed to let out, and I did, man. And that 10 pounds, the scale showed. It was absolutely amazing. But the most important thing is I felt better. I had more energy. I had more vitality afterwards, and it was incredible. Absolutely amazing. I did it a second time, and I think I only lost about 4 or 5 pounds the second time. So obviously there wasn't as much shit in me that I needed to clean out. But I did it a second time, and it was a lot easier to do. It was a lot easier to do. Became kind of just like this routine. I'm just drinking shakes. Oddly enough, when I got done with the 3-day refresh, I found that I wasn't eating as much food. I wasn't gorging on massive meals. It really did reboot my body. It rebooted my emotions. I got in touch with, man, I would eat some things for emotional reasons. Sometimes I would eat because I'm bored. It kind of cut all of that out, and it helped me to get back into a space of feeling really good about myself, my body, my emotions, my mindset, and everything. So that's the 3-day refresh. I did it with strawberry Shakeology. We had a picture of the chocolate Shakeology in there. You get to eat little portions of stuff. I was cranking the avocado. Really did like the avocado. I ate exactly what I was supposed to, but my God, I savored those moments with my avocados. I really loved it. So I want to talk about how this fits into a sales funnel perspective, and then I want to open it up to questions. I know Greg was like, dude, you're going to have trouble keeping it under an hour because I talk so much. You know what, though? After vacation mode, I think I'm clear, direct, and to the point. So we're going to set a goal. I'm going to help you guys. I'm going to take you through setting a goal, putting a goal out in your future of what it is that you want to create. The first thing is you want to embrace this challenge. We did it. We did it with the intention of being 100% involved in it. Patrick's on this call. Patrick, Greg, and I, we went in and we embraced it. We embraced the idea. I followed it 100%. I was clear. I was focused. And I think if you can't do this half-ass. You have to do this with the intention of going in 100%. You really do. It needs to have this clear idea and clear focus that you're going to follow it with the intensity that you would do any major goal in your life. And everything's about mindset. There's an amazing video called it's a death crawl. If you type in a death crawl video, it's not as dramatic as you would think. Not about someone dying. It's a football player, and you're crawling on the ground, and you put someone on their back. And this coach is like yelling at this guy and telling him, come on, you can do it, you can do it. And they blindfolded him. And they're thinking, you know, the guy's mindset going in was 50 yards, crawling with this person on my back. This is going to be difficult to do. But when he was blindfolded and couldn't see, when he got out of his own way, he went farther than he ever thought that he could. It was this whole concept that we sometimes get in our own way. Just waking up in the morning and going, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to eat breakfast this morning. I'm going to be drinking a shake. Is that going to be difficult? Just that mindset alone is going to transform your experience. I had never done a cleanse. I had never done a juice, a refresh. I had never done a fast. And I woke up that morning clear, focused, and I said, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be powerful, and I'm going to go for it 100%. And even when I hit a couple of bumps, like day 2, when I couldn't even think, and I was having this like moment with Skylar where I'm going, what are you saying to me? I can't understand English. And I would have these dips because of the detoxification, because it was getting rid of all these toxins in my body. I didn't quit. I said, I got to fucking keep going. I got to keep doing this because I was clear with my intention. I was clear with my goal. And the students that embrace Kapu before Huna, the feedback that I've gotten is amazing. That they come into the very next Huna going, I want to do this Kapu again. I want to do the cleanse because it's going to help me become grounded. And a lot of them afterwards say that not only is it transformational, but when they go back to doing things like drinking alcohol or go back to eating red meat, they don't do it in excess. They don't. To me, it's you do something, you do it 100% or don't do it. And there's a whole bunch of webinars that we need to do as a team. We need to, as a team, do a bunch of webinars about the mindset of working out, the mindset of in your workout what to do, the mindset of health, a whole bunch of webinars on energy, mindset, and emotion of how you do these things to build up a powerful habit and get the most out of it. Food is energy, and this gives you an opportunity to see what food has meant to you, what food has been for you, and it's pretty powerful. It's really amazing. And then here's the really cool part. The next time, you get to invite anyone you know into this. The next time we do this, you get to invite people in. So I want to take a moment and talk about how this fits with our sales funnel. Then I'm going to help you guys set a goal. Unfortunately, this is GoToWebinar, so I'm not able to play music while doing the goal setting. Drew's on here. Come on, Drew, man. What's up? Get me some software. Make it. You made the internet. Make me some software. But anyway, no, I'm teasing Drew. Anyway, the next time you do this, you get to invite people in. You get to invite people into this. It's a part of our sales funnel. So big picture. And I've done a webinar on this, but I want to remind you of it because you have to have a dual goal as a coach going into this. First and foremost, with the TEP Fit Network, what we're doing is we're building a sales funnel for you. A sales funnel means you get someone to from where they are, enter them into the program, and then we funnel them down to the point of becoming one of your coaches. So a sales funnel sounds just like it says. It funnels people to a specific end goal. The importance of a sales funnel goes beyond just Beachbody. Every good working company needs to have a sales funnel. Every company that is successful needs to have a clear path as to how they get someone from where they are to an end goal, an end result. At the Empowerment Partnership with NLP, we have a sales funnel. We have a couple of different entry points and a couple of different ways to go about the sales funnel. And one of the easiest ways to think about the Beachbody sales funnel is it starts with a conversation, your success story, which you're going to begin to build on while you're doing this Kapu challenge. And from there, you get people into this challenge. Low entry point gets them acclimated to the Beachbody concept, gets them part of the team. During this process, there'll be a webinar. Maybe the last day or the day before the last day, I'll do a webinar and I'll talk about what's your next step. What is the next thing that you do? And we upsell them from this to the 21 day, which actually is 4 weeks because there's a 1 week of prep work, but we do that, the fitness challenge, where we have them purchase the Beachbody On Demand or the 21-day fix, whatever it is that they do, we put them into the 21-day. Partway through the 21-day, maybe in the last week, I'm going to do a webinar that says, where do you go from here? And with each of those webinars, it's going to help to upsell them. Then we'll upsell them into being a coach. The really cool part about Beachbody, and it's easy to track, is that if you sign this person up and get them in the Kapu challenge, even if I do all the work for you and upsell them, they're still your client. They're your downline. They're your ticket. They're your person. In other words, Greg and I have created a model for you so that you're not just able to have a sales funnel, but one that's ran by our team. A few people said to me, what's the difference between being on your team or anyone else's team? And the simple answer was, we take a holistic approach, number one, and number two, we're going to make this so that it is simple for you guys. One of the most difficult things that people have is building a business, that entrepreneurial mindset. You guys have all read The Slight Edge. If you haven't, shame on you. I mean that very nicely. If you are serious about this being a business and you have not done your homework yet, there's not a lot that I can do for you. I'm going to give you everything that I can to help you be successful. Since Beachbody started, I've paid 2 months worth of mortgage because of the money that I brought in. Greg's averaging close to $4,000 a month at this point. I mean, we're doing really well with this. Greg text messaged me and told me that there's someone in a position. I'm going to pull this up because I really want to emphasize this. I'm not going to name who it is, though, Greg. Don't worry about that. Greg says, wow, we have an inactive coach. Told me her name. I know who she is. With 2,000 PV on her strong leg. She could be making $560 as an emerald or $720 a month as a diamond. And she's gone inactive. We have created the opportunity for her to be making that amount of money per month. $720 isn't a lot. That's a car payment. That's a fucking free car right there. And that's because of the work that we've done, and she's done zero and gone inactive. And that's on her. I don't mean any disrespect to her. That's why I'm not mentioning her name. Some people just don't get it. Some people don't get that they need to do something. But here's what I do get. That you guys that have stuck around, that are putting energy and time into this, we are building something for you. I got Jeff. Jeff Armbruster is on this phone call. Jeff is the person that is like Greg. Greg is to me, Jeff is to Jason. The two of them work well together, and they run the team. They run the team. And when I was invited on to Jason's team call and got to do a talk, Jeff was the guy running the call. And this guy's a powerhouse in Beachbody. He's an amazing individual. He's on this with you guys to see what we're doing, because we're giving this information to Jason's team. We're going to help Jason and Jeff and help them out with their sales funnel, because like I said, as good as Beachbody is at doing the workouts, I know how to do sales, and I know how to put in the 4 aspects: spiritual, mental, emotional. Pile that onto Beachbody. We're going to create a huge force in Beachbody, and we're all going to be ultra successful because of it. So in future challenges, we're going to have people from their team in there, because we're a part of their team, and you support your entire team. You don't just make it about your team. You make it about the entire team. And even though anyone that Jeff signs up on one of his legs has no benefit to me, the more successful he is, the more successful we are. And that's what I believe in. I believe in the prosperity model, which is that you open up, you help the people that have helped you, and it makes a huge difference. We're helping you guys. We're helping you build this sales funnel. And to the point where if you just get them into this Kapu, we will do everything we can to help upsell them for you. It's going to be one of the easiest approaches. And I see in the future we're running multiple challenges at the same time, just because of the amount of demand that it's going to have. It's going to be fantastic. And so what I want you to do, I want to help you guys put a goal out in your future. I'm not going to be able to play any music. I'm just going to have to do this just with my voice. So I want you to think about what you want to achieve. What is it that you want to create? What do you want to achieve? Not just with the 3-day refresh, but with this entire thing. I want you to make this experience that you're about to do starting tomorrow. I want you to make it about your success story. I want you to make it about experiencing this challenge so you can help explain it to other people. I also want you to make it a part of your business. That when I go teach an NLP training, I live this stuff. I don't just show up at the training and go, okay, I'm NLP today. I live this stuff. I breathe it. This is what I do because it flows from who I am. I want you to make a part of this about figuring out how does this fit with who you are? What do you want to get out of this from a Beachbody, from a business, from a personal, emotional, mental, spiritual perspective? And here's what I'd like you to do. If you can, if you're driving, I would recommend against doing this next part, but if you're sitting at home, just go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to think about what you will look like, sound like, and feel like on the last day of this challenge. Imagine that it's Monday, next week Monday. You just got done doing the challenge. Go ahead and step into your body looking through your own eyes. It's Monday morning. You've just finished the challenge. We're wrapping up. It's the last day. We're bringing everything together. Think about what you just accomplished. That ability to have blocked out, forbidden the word Kapu. You didn't do certain things that you've done in the past. You ate healthy. You drank your shakes. You got to know this model, this system. In the mirror, having seen those pounds drop off, the scale has shown you that. What do you look like? What images do you have in your head? What are you thinking about as it being a part of your model, of your process? What are the things that you're going to be saying to yourself? What are you going to hear other people say about you or to you? And how does it feel having accomplished this? Hit that reset button, got highly focused, and what impact will that have on your total life? Throw in there an understanding of the Beachbody model, of the sales funnel. And as you imagine that, what I want you to do is make that picture colorful, make it bright, make it life-size, panoramic, make it a movie. Just with the faculty of your imagination, adjust all of the qualities of the picture to give it the most real and powerful feeling possible. Take a moment to do that. And now what I want you to do is step out of the picture, leaving your body in the picture, so that you see yourself in the picture as if you're looking at a movie of yourself, having accomplished what you just did. And now just your timeline, that line that represents all of your memories in the past and everything you're going to do in the future, let's just flow right up above our timelines with that picture in front of you, that image of your goal. Let's take 4 deep breaths to put energy into it, breathing in through the nose. Excellent. And float right out to Monday. And just let that image float right down into your timeline so it goes right into Monday, right at the point where you need it to be. And notice all of the events reevaluate themselves all the way back to now and all the way out into the future. And go ahead and float back to now. And come on back into the room. I did that with you guys. That was awesome. I felt good. Felt really good. Before I open it up to questions, Greg, is there anything that we need to add to this? You can unmute yourself.
No, not at this point. No, I just unmuted myself. Nothing to add at this point. If something comes up in questions, but I thought you got it all.
Okay, sweet. Jason, my man, you're on this call. Anything you wanted to add from your massive amount of experience as the Beachbody God, the Bod Father. We've been graced by the Bod Father.
Hey, yeah, everything you said is great, and when you put yourself out there with already having achieved that goal, then you know you can do it, and it's just
Right.
recreating the steps that you saw. So it makes it so easy. Only thing I'd like to add is, you know, when you put your intention behind wanting to do this and get results and have nice pictures and feel better, these will be your marketing tools for putting it out there. These will be the things that you promote so people will want to come do this with you next month. And those are the same things that our CEO did the first time he went through the program. So really your best marketing tool will always be yourself, and that can just give you another layer of momentum or encouragement to do well for these 3 days.
Jason's words are so accurate. This stuff sells itself. It really does. The way it sells itself is that you become a living example of it. That's just it. I mean, my before and after pictures, I bet you a portion of our sales that we get are because I put that picture up there and I show how big I was. I'm the poster boy for Beachbody, right? Because I did it and it fucking made a huge difference. And I was in Italy the past month with my kids, and Ethan took a picture of me, and you know, I'm the same way as you guys. I look in the mirror sometimes and I think, oh man, I don't have the full six-pack. I got like a 2.5 pack. I can see the top two, but the bottom layer, that's definitely vino right there. That's wine that's down there on the bottom layer. But you know, like I said on the videos that I post for you guys, I want to have a balanced life. I want to have flexibility. I posted that in the group. I posted for you guys my top 5 values. And one of them is flexibility. You know what? I want to be able to have wine and cheese, and I eat goat cheese because paleo. But I want to be able to have those times where I do that, and I want to have flexibility. I want to have fun. You know what, though? Greg and I were just talking before this call, and we were talking about Jason. Man, fucking Jason's got some before and after pictures. In the after picture, he's got the beach body. I mean, six-pack, obliques, you name it. His abs had abs. They still do. Jason's going to kick my ass next time. But you know what I mean? He got it to the point where his six-pack had a six-pack. I mean, it was fucking incredible. And his before and after, you just take your phone and you put it up and you go, here's why I do Beachbody, before after. Done. You guys got to get that. But you can't use that as an excuse to not get started either. You can't use it as some of you have said, oh, well, I'm not Dr. Matt. I don't get up in front of 100 people and can just pitch people. My mom was in Italy telling me she misses her Shakeology. She said, you want to know the best I've ever felt in the past 2 decades was when I stopped drinking alcohol and I was doing Shakeology every morning. And she goes, I know the Shakeology was a difference because I'm not drinking a lot on this vacation. And because I'm not drinking my Shakeology, she said, I totally feel different physically, completely different. And I was like, wow, to hear that from my mom. My mom doesn't give a shit that I get up in front of groups of 100 people. I'm her son. I sold her on Shakeology. She orders it. She's on home delivery. That's money in the bank for me. She's on home delivery. Make money from that. Make money off my mom. By all means, you should make money off your mom, right? I think. Should you? Should you make money off of me? I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't matter. You guys get my point. I've had to sell people on this that don't care who I am. You have no excuse. You do this 3-day refresh, you lose 10 pounds, someone's going to notice. That's your opening right there to do some sales. That's your opening to get them in. And after this 3-day refresh, one of the next calls, Greg will remind me, one of the next calls that we do will be, how do you start the conversation? How do you get the invite? How do you get people into this program? That's another big training thing that we're going to do. We're going to train you guys how to get that conversation going. But it's awesome. Okay, what questions do you guys have?
Well, and one more thing while you're fielding some questions.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And then while Jason's talking, you guys type in your questions. Come on.
Yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, like some of my results and pictures have been awesome, but I think a lot of people hesitate to do the business because you're like, I don't have the six-pack on the six-pack or whatever you just said. But the truth is everybody is a motivator for somebody. I don't care if you're 1,000 pounds. There's somebody else out there that's 1,001 pounds that doesn't do the shakes yet or isn't feeling good. So it's like no matter who you are, you're always motivating somebody, but you'll never know until you put your results and your progress and your emotions and the way you feel out there who those people are. And that's why it's always so significant to take the before and after pictures, take measurements, and just, you know, do a daily post about how you feel or a quick little video. It's like, you know, day 2, I felt crappy. I couldn't think like Matt was saying through his first refresh. But, you know, I'm on day 3, day 4 right now, and I feel like the awesome energy is kicked in. And, you know, that's one of the things I posted in the group is that you might sometimes want to buy 2 refreshes like Matt says he's got in his closet. And that's because on day 3, it's like, you know what, this should really be 4 days for me. I want to try this one day at work. And so it's nice to have the ability to do that. And maybe if you don't have it, you can just continue on, you know, doing your Shakeologies 2 or 3 a day while you kind of lean off the refresh. But I just wanted to add that is you don't need the six-pack to be a fitness inspiration. You need to be just in the process.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. You need to be in the process. Dr. John, who works with me, co-teach, he's lost 30 pounds. You know people notice that. 30 pounds is noticeable. And just saying that, he doesn't need to be in the best shape of his life. Yeah. Just losing 30 pounds, that's a huge difference, big time. Okay, you guys aren't asking any questions, man. I'm giving you the opportunity to pick my brain. Greg told me to leave some time here. You guys want to get
on that? I can add one more thing about one of my greatest success stories was my avoidance of back surgery. So it didn't necessarily have anything to do with weight loss or anything. You know, when I got out of the Marines, I was in so much pain that I wanted, you know, I was willing to do anything. And I've shared my surgery avoidance story with a lot of people, and we're almost forming our little Strong Spine Fit Challenge, and that's what they want. They could care less about any kind of body. They want, you know, fitness and health, and if that winds up being your success story, it's been great for me in that sense as well. I think you can do both.
I agree. And, you know, Jeff, I don't want to put you on the spot, my man, but you're in here. Jeff, do you have anything you want to add? I mean, I can unmute you. Just post a question. Jeff, is there anything that you want to add? Jason, am I putting Jeff on the spot here?
I unmuted him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Jeff.
Can you hear me? Hey, awesome. Thanks for putting me on the spot. Awesome.
Welcome to the team, baby.
No, really, you know, not so much a question. Just really dug the material. Really believe in the Beachbody mentality, obviously, and I love that you guys are going to basically be putting it with 3 awesome philosophies here that Jason has helped me really believe in over the last couple of years, and I'm sure that's from you guys. So 3-day refresh, done it a few times, absolutely love it. First time I done it, lost, I think, 9 pounds in 3 days, and it wasn't necessarily about losing the weight. It was just about basically helping your body get reset for, you know, for whatever you have coming up. So, no, really love being here today, and thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Jeff. Didn't mean to put you on the spot there like that, man, but thank you so much. We are such a lucky team with Jeff and with Jason, with the amount of knowledge that they bring and the experience that they bring, and not just knowing how to work the network marketing side, having seen the up, the down, the good, the bad, to have them be a part of this and for us to be a part of their team, it's just absolutely incredible. And I'm really grateful for that. And so, yeah, I guess none of you guys have questions. Okay, that's cool. If there are no questions, then we are going to wrap up. We're going to wrap it up. So here's the deal. You start tomorrow. Be dedicated. Be focused. And post in the Facebook group. Post your challenges. Post your ups and downs. Share it. I'm openly admitting to you, man, it wasn't an easy ride the first 2 days. By day 3, I felt so good. And on day 4, when I went back to just not doing it, I got to admit, I missed just that. I missed the convenience of just blending a shake, and that was my lunch, and that was it. And man, 10 pounds, it reset my body, and I'm looking forward to making this a regular part of what I do. So looking forward to it. Have an amazing time with it tomorrow. Thank you guys all for being here on the call, on the webinar. And if you have any questions that come up, you guys know Greg's email address, right? Oh, wait. See these last-minute questions in here. There we go. Thank you. Oh, okay. It was just a thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tracy. Welcome, Donna.
Jason, you got
Looking
something
forward
to
to
add?
the result.
Yeah, you know, one thing that Jeff touched upon is, you know, there's guys out there that are trying to gain muscle and don't want to lose a lot of weight through this. I think there's two things I want to say. There's an entire group, you know, like some of like as Yoko, and there's another girl in there that doesn't necessarily want to lose a lot of weight, you know, through this. So by all means, like, be increasing your portions, like stick to the meals that they have and include an extra meal or two to increase the caloric intake throughout the day so that you're not losing weight. I mean, at some point, it's not healthy to lose an extra 5 pounds. And if you're the guy that's, you know, trying to gain muscle, I don't know anybody that's trying to gain muscle and not lose a little bit of extra fluff. But the first muscle that you would lose during a program like this are going to be like the weakest cells, like the cells within the muscle that, you know, are not serving you the right way. So even for the biggest guy out there that's trying to gain 10 pounds of muscle, it might be okay to lose 2 or 3 pounds in doing this because you're losing the fluff and you're losing the weakest parts of the muscle that, you know, probably aren't serving you a lot anyway. So I wanted to bring up those two kind of unique scenarios, guys that don't want to lose weight or women that don't want to lose weight, and you know, people that can't afford to lose any weight. I think this program will work for all of them. You just got to use some common sense and modify. But we'll be here the whole weekend to answer those questions for you within the group.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jeff.
Okay, so I want to add on to what Jason's saying. I'm one of those guys that really was paranoid about losing muscle mass and stuff when I first done the refresh, and I was actually part of the test group for this. They sent me generic labels and didn't tell us what we were doing when the 3-day refresh came out. So it was a very interesting experience, but yeah, what Jason said is so important. It's based on a 900-calorie diet, and for bigger people, that's not a whole heck of a lot. So you are encouraged, if you need to add some additional calories, whether that's a fourth meal or you know, a meal in between. Just make sure you're eating from those foods list, and who cares how much you eat, basically, if you're a bigger individual. The idea is to cleanse, not necessarily to lose weight. I mean, you're going to lose weight, that's going to happen, but the idea is to cleanse your body. It's not a weight loss program.
Oh, we can't hear you,
Two of them
man.
said, and I will openly admit to you guys. You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
The very first time I went through the program, I followed it as is. The second time I went through, I'll tell you, with all of the shakes, I was putting almond milk and bananas in. And it doesn't say to do that, but I have enough lean muscle mass that 900 calories was not cutting it for me. And so I added more, and I think my snacks were a little bit bigger, so instead of eating 5 baby carrots, I think I ate like 10 or 15. I had some guacamole with it, some fresh stuff from, you know, organic guacamole or whatnot, and so I added a little bit more to it, and it wasn't as difficult the second time through. The first time through, though, I wanted to do it exactly the way that they said to do it, and my thinking behind that was I want to have a full experience of it. So I got a question from Kaori, you know, what can you do about moderation? Add more food to it. If the first time you did it, you felt some fatigue. I did too. The second time I didn't, but I was adding almond milk and some bananas into my shake, especially in the morning, and I wasn't doing it with just water. So for me, I agree. I agree with Jeff. I agree with Jason. You got to know your body. If you have the time this weekend to do it, just go for it at 100% of what Beachbody says. And if you find yourself crashing too much, you can either do what I did and just push through and do all 3 days, or you can modify if necessary. It's not meant to cause you harm. It's meant to reset the body. It's meant to help you become better. And the awesome part is that Beachbody does a ton of research on this stuff. Donna, for those that are older, should you be concerned? No, the Beachbody does so much research on what they do. They don't put stuff out that's not been completely thought through and tested on people. Jeff was a guinea pig, and they guinea pigged on Jeff, and they guinea pigged on a whole group and took feedback, and they do that before they launch a product. They don't just put things out there that are going to cause harm. They do things that are going to be beneficial, and it's just 3 days. You know, there are people that do fasts for 5 days. There are people that do juice cleanses for a week. This is not that. A juice cleanse for a week, I don't ever see myself doing that. The protein shakes are a meal replacement. So you're not starving yourself. You're not eating. You're actually eating. It's just that you're not eating as much solid food. So it gives your body an opportunity to flush. And that's it. So I didn't notice any muscle loss at all. I tracked all of my workouts. And if I had muscle loss, I did not lose any strength. If I did lose any muscle, which is possible, my workout stayed consistent the entire time. It was not as easy to work out because I didn't have as much food, but I'm crazy like that. I fucking worked out both times. And I worked out at the same level of intensity, did P90X, and I tracked my workouts down to every push-up. Did I use bars? Did I do it off the ground? I track everything. And I had no increases that week, but I had no dips either. So I was able to maintain my workouts. I think I even did plyometrics during the 3-day refresh. I may have been a little bit more tired after plyo than I normally am, but I lived. I was fine. So you guys are good. You guys are in good hands with this. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay? I think that's it. Good God, we did go an hour. Look at that. Greg, you were right. I can talk for an hour, even after I've done vacation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got one more thing. You know, as much as
I keep wrapping up, Jason, and you keep giving me one more thing. Stop fucking with me, man. Go for it.
Yeah, but
I
think the important part is that as much as we say, you know, to make it comfortable for yourself, you know, and to, you know, add the extra meals if you need it, by all means do it. But I think if your thing is just around like, I can't give up dairy because like I thrive on dairy. Well, whenever you use that words, right, you kind of know from doing NLP, you know something's wrong already. So if you ever feel like, no, that's not possible for me to give up something, rethink your relationship to that thing. And in particular, these last 3-4 days for me, you know, not doing any dairy whatsoever, not doing any animal proteins, like I just feel like so clear and like I can breathe and my sinuses are cleared out. And that happens to me like every time I go through this process. And then sometimes, you know, I forget and I slack off. But like I would really encourage people to like to give up the animal proteins for these 3 days and give up the milk in particular. And I know you said something with almond milk, and that's a great compromise. But you know, if you haven't ever done that before, try it, because you might find some congestion problems you're having are just gone by doing this for 2-3 days. And it's like the second day I was all draining, and the third day it's like, wow, I can breathe and I can smell. Is that fruit or a tree or juniper I smell? Because I just don't typically. Then we just lost Matt.
That I smell? Oh my God. I can smell the jacaranda outside my house. It's amazing. It's awesome, Jason. Oh, that was completely, that caught me. You got me on that one. Yeah, no, it's totally true. It's a reset. It's a reboot. And Jason's right, man. Do a mapping across. Come on, you guys know NLP. Jeff will be coming to an NLP training pretty soon. Do a mapping across if you think you need the food too much. You don't need certain foods. I stopped eating dairy a long time ago. Gave that shit up. When I say I eat cheese, it's goat cheese. I guess that's still kind of dairy, but not from a cow. There are a bunch of cows in my backyard earlier. I won't drink the milk, but I'll eat them. I'm going to grill steak tonight. I'm going to take pictures of it. I'll post it on Facebook just for you guys. I'm going to do a steak right before I do this. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, Greg, do you have one more thing to add?
Yeah, I got two more things. You just had a couple more questions, it looked like.
Yeah, Donna was just commenting that wanted to make sure that we included everyone. And then Kim, you're going to be doing the 21-day. Awesome. If you can do this 3-day refresh with us and then do the 21-day, you know, a little bit after, totally different programs. 3-day refresh, I found it to be completely different than the 21-day. I've done both. Very different approaches. With the 21-day, there is meal restriction, but it's not like you're drinking 3 shakes a day. Very different in the approach. So be clear on the two of them. But Kim, if you want to start with the 21-day with us, that's awesome. You're a coach, man. Do what you want. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. We are done. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for being on the webinar, and we'll talk to you again next week. Take care. Aloha. Ahui ho. Bye-bye.